คลิปนี้เป็นการตัดทอนมาแค่บางส่วน ผู้ที่สนใจสามารถชมคลิปฉบับเต็มได้ตามลิงก์ที่ให้ข้อมูลไว้ภายใต้คลิปนี้
Basically, positive and negative emotions look different in the brain. So when we're feeling happy, joyful, vital, alert, we have higher left-to-right ratios in our prefrontal cortex. When we're feeling depressed, anxious, in fact, even people who have post-traumatic stress disorder or severe depression, we see much greater activity in the right to left ratio in the prefrontal cortex, which is this part of the brain that developed more recently. So they did the gold standard, which is a randomized controlled trial. They took 41 biotechnology employees who had never meditated. They randomly assigned them into a mindfulness group taught by John Kabat-Zinn, or a waitlist group. And then they looked, is there change in the activity of the brain? And what they found is that 4 months later, there was significant differences in this left to right ratio, where they had much greater activity in left to right with greater positive emotions, vitality. What we practice gets stronger. So the way I like to think of it is we have these super highways of habits, and they're just like, they're well-grooved pathways in our brain, right? They just, they're what we automatically do. And what mindfulness is helping us start to do is to kind of like build, kind of like, I think of it as like digging a country road. You're clearing all the brambles in your brain. You're creating this new neural pathway that's like, oh, I'm gonna actually do it with compassion this time, or with a little more patience, or a little more presence. And so instead of going down that same superhighway of habit, we're shifting and we're going down a different pathway. And every single time that we do this, we're strengthening that pathway so that eventually that pathway becomes the habit.
คลิปนี้เป็นการตัดทอนมาแค่บางส่วน ผู้ที่สนใจสามารถชมคลิปฉบับเต็มได้ตามลิงก์ที่ให้ข้อมูลไว้ภายใต้คลิปนี้